U.S. stocks losing an estimated $3.1 trillion in value today as nervous investors reacted to President Trump's sweeping new tariffs. The Dow took a nosedive, more than 1,600 points. That is the worst single-day decline since March of 2020. The Nasdaq fell 6% of its total value, the S&P nearly 5%. On Wednesday, President Trump announced an across-the-board 10% tariff on all imports set to begin on Saturday, and added reciprocal tariffs begin next week. That's on top of tariffs already leveled against Canada, China, and Mexico. And a 25% tariff on imported vehicles that just went into effect today, with another on imported parts set to go into effect next month. That's sparking fears that the price to buy a car or get work done in your car will skyrocket. Your reporter Kirsten Susel talked to car dealerships here in Colorado, and they're seeing people scramble to buy right now.
Well, many consumers have seen this coming, and it shows. Car dealerships I spoke with say they had the best month they have ever had when it comes to sales.
I would tell you that right now, the only pain we're experiencing is the anticipation of pain.
The family of Phil Long dealerships includes 10 different brands across 16 stores, everything from Ford to Mercedes to Kia, which means there's more potential ways the tariffs could impact them.
You got new car sales, used car sales, you have a parts department, you have a service department. And I think that the impact of the tariffs could vary from department to department and brand to brand.
The company's president and CEO, Kevin Shaughnessy, says they've taken a proactive approach by stocking up on inventory.
So right now, across our different manufacturers, we've got about 3,400 new vehicles on the ground that are all built and invoiced and paid for pre-tariff. So none of those vehicles will be affected by any tariffs whatsoever. We did the same thing in our parts department. It's entirely possible that parts we buy going forward won't be impacted by a tariff, but we don't know that.
That uncertainty has also impacted buying trends.
We had the best month in the history of our company in 80 years in the month of March. So I think that there's a lot of people that are trying to get ahead of this right now, and that's continued first couple days of April.
It does not matter what you do to the price of a car. It does not impact a person's need to commute or to get their kids to school or to grocery shop.
Matthew Groves is the CEO of Colorado Automobile Dealers Association, which represents every new car dealership in the state.
The worst case scenario is not prices going up, it's people withdrawing from the market.
Groves says their national organization expects consumers to pay thousands more for a new car.
Looking at between $2,000 and $10,000 per vehicle right now. Because I mean, if you think the average car price is about $50,000, that's somewhere between 4 and 20% of the purchase. That's a big number.
Groves went on to explain that when new car prices go up, used car prices ultimately follow. Of course, these are just predictions, but the consensus is they are doing everything they can to limit passing on any impacts to their consumers. Kirsten Susel covering Colorado First.